So bills 30 and 32 have passed. One bill is to bring in privatized healthcare, for which people on AISH will not ever be able to afford, let alone to have the ability to have the correct kind of care given the issue or health issue that someone might have. Here's the other part of it. Kenny, pay attention. I came from a time where employers were allowed to basically berate you and belittle you, even though you carried more than your fair share of the load when it came to work. People with disabilities were often ostracized and put down, or they were made to do the tasks that nobody ever wanted. They were often taken advantage of and put into situations where they had no choice to quit, and yeah, we're back at it. Given these bills, I often wonder, correct me if I'm wrong, but these bills put many people at risk, more than risk, especially those that have limited capabilities or have disabilities like mine, where one might consider them a little more naive than others. Well, newsflash, I ain't so naive, but people still do take advantage of me. So I'm going to put this out there. How would you like it if you did a job, you were the only disabled person on the job, you were pulled into a room of 12 people and called a lazy effing bitch in a room that was no bigger than a small bedroom of an apartment building? Yep, that's what happened to me at a Super 8 motel in Lethbridge. That was my very first job in Lethbridge, to be exact. I walked off the job that day because even I don't agree with being belittled on any job. Whether you're neurotypical or otherwise, no one has the right to treat you as these people did to me. By bringing these bills in, as my understanding puts it, not only have you allowed employers to take advantage of their employees, but you've made it so that they're, if they work extra hours, they don't get paid for them. So basically, you've turned them into an volunteer service for which they work long hours and get paid only the hours that they were scheduled to work. Do you know how many strikes employers would have on their hands if that happened? Yeah, I said it. The problem is that human rights and what you're doing are two different roads. You're allowing employers to not only make fun of, belittle, and hurt people by putting more power into their hands, but you're also making it harder for people with disabilities because they only have two choices these days: stay on AISH and starve, or go to work and be belittled. That's not a place that I want to be in. That's not a place that anybody wants to be in. But you made that possible by these laws. That is also in conjunction with every other law that has come into play, including de-indexing AISH and making it so that people with disabilities and other marginalized people have no choice or no say in whatever you do. Just because you're King Kenny does not make you my king. Just because you're head of the pack does not mean that other wolves in the pack won't play for the part that you are sitting on now. Like any pack, the weakest always get challenged. You may be tough now, but somewhere down the line, there's going to be someone tougher and bigger than you, Kenny. And I hate to say this, but I hope you get your ass handed to you in the next election, if not beforehand. I won't be the one to hand you your ass. But I know somewhere sometime down the road, someone will. I've run across many from your history that went to school with you, and they all called you an asshole, basically. Well, this is one autistic that's going to say it straight to you in this video. You are an asshole. What Alberta has built up over the years, you have simultaneously taken it down within one foul swoop of no matter than a year. I dislike everything that you stand for, Kenny, and UCP, you're no better. LaGrange, Sahoni, pull your head out of your asses. You know nothing about people with disabilities, and you haven't ever consulted all of us. There are many of us that are very dismayed in you. There are many of us that still have not had answers done. There are many of us that you have not even come close to talking with. And every time I come across your constituency or your party, one member or the other have belittled me, condescended me, treated me like I am nothing, as you have done for many others. My friend Dane. Yes, Armstrong, I'm talking about you now. Ignoring my friend's letters. How professional. Not. Handing a lip service rather than an answer. Yeah, no. That's not how you do government. And yeah, I'm going to tell you how to do your job. Taxpayers pay your goddamn wage. We hired you. We should have the ability to fire you. You gave the power to the bosses through these bills. That stands to reason in my understanding that we're your boss. Tit for tat, I say.